Because there is this one thing that if you are doing that, nobody can stop you from having your desire. Now, this is going to be a very quick video and the only video you will watch on signs your manifestation is coming, because you wouldn't feel the need to watch any other video after this one. Now, to understand this video better, you'll have to follow me throughout this video. So let's look at what manifestation is in the simplest form. So manifestation is nothing but you becoming aware of something new and it materializing in your life, or it manifesting in your life. Now, what is awareness? As I explained in my previous video, which was about manifesting for beginners, awareness is nothing but thinking new thoughts or visualizing or affirming or scripting, which all just means the same thing, which is thinking new thoughts to become aware of the desire you want to manifest. Also using those techniques to become aware of a new version of your own self, which has that desire. That is what awareness is. And then it manifests in your life. Okay? Now, with the same concept, you manifest signs also. Birds before land, repeating numbers, or whatever signs there are, people are teaching on YouTube, is nothing but you become aware of them, then they manifest in your life. Then you think, oh, you know what, maybe my manifestation is coming. Oh, because I saw this number, this repeating number, 444 or whatever, it means my manifestation is coming. But in actuality, it's nothing but you looking for it and then you finding it. Plain and simple, you becoming aware of it, you're becoming aware of signs, and then you manifesting it. Now, it still made you think that your manifestation is coming, but your manifestation still doesn't come because those signs had nothing to do with your manifestation. Those were in themselves tiny mini manifestations that you just became aware of. As I just said, when you look for something, you will find it. That's how it works. Plain and simple manifestation. When you look for something, you're gonna find it. In fact, if you're looking for signs, then that in itself is a sign that you still do not believe that you can have it. And that's the reason why you're looking for things that can support the idea of you actually having it, which is completely fine. It's that you're looking for some support for the possibility of your desire happening in your life when you're coming from a very limited space where you just couldn't believe it. But the thing is, at the end of the day, all this is just a bunch of crap coming from people who do not really understand what is going on in conscious creation. But can you still manifest while you're looking for signs? And the answer is an absolute yes. You can manifest even when you're looking for signs, because there is this one thing that if you are doing that, nobody can stop you from having your desire. And to be honest, it's nothing external. It's nothing like repeating numbers or some birds before land. It's nothing external. I mean, even though there's nothing outside of you, everything begins within you. It is something you're doing. Actually, there are two really good signs, even though I don't believe in signs, even though I would suggest not to look for them, but there are still two very good signs, and actually one leads to the other one. And that one sign is, if no matter what you're seeing outside in your reality, you are persisting in the new concept of your own self, or the new story and end scene about your desire or whatever it is you're trying to manifest, it has no choice but to manifest. So what was the first sign? If no matter what's happening outside, you're persisting in the new version of your own self and the new story about a person or the end scene, the end goal, you're persisting in it no matter what, that's the number one sign that it has no choice. It has no choice but to materialize, because you're consistently, no matter what's happening, you're giving it your awareness. And that's just how manifestation works. Okay? This is just how it works. If you're constantly thinking about it, constantly visualizing it, you're thinking, right, you're becoming that person, it has no choice but to manifest. All right? There are no other signs apart from that. And the actual thing manifesting, not just the movement, not just the signs, not just the birds before land or repeating numbers or whatever people are teaching these days, the actual thing manifesting, because you're persisting to the point where you do not care what is happening or going on in your life. You do not care if it's there yet or not. You do not care if there are any signs or movements or not. You're just persisting. That's the number one sign that nobody can stop you from having it. Which leads me to the sign number 2, which again, you don't need it, but if it helps you in believing that it's coming, here it is. The other sign is when you actually genuinely stop looking for movement and signs. And movement no longer excites you like it excited you before. Initially, when you started the process and you saw movement and it excited you. Now that it doesn't excite you anymore, the signs are there, the movement's there, but you're not really looking for them. That's a really good sign that you are in a place where you know that you're ready to have it, where you know that your desire is right around the corner, that you do not need any more signs, any more movements. You have relaxed to the point of having this knowing that it's going to happen. It's just going to happen, and you're relaxed now. Basically, you're no longer putting those signs, those little bit of movements, those breadcrumbs on a pedestal as you did previously when you started the process. And to be honest, you're also not actually on a lookout for your manifestation. You're at a point where you're relaxed. You've persisted so much that you're relaxed, and you're not looking for movement. Movement's still there, movement's coming in, signs, so-called signs which you don't even need. Again, as I said, so which is again because you now have a knowing. Even if you don't have a knowing yet, but you're persisting, because I'm persisting, it's going to materialize. And that's why you're not looking for movement, and that's why you're not looking for signs, because you understand it was never about that. The signs or the movement, it was just always about it just materializing, plain and simple. If I am becoming aware of a very specific desire, why would I be then looking for signs? Like, why? So just to summarize, 2 major signs if you're persisting, and the reason why people are able to persist longer is because somewhere deep within them they have a belief that this is how it works. They still trust the process, right? So if you're persisting no matter what, that is the only sign which shows that it has no choice but to manifest. And also because you persist, you stop looking for movement and you stop looking for signs. Even if you do not have the knowing just yet, you just started the process and you're not looking for signs and movement, that's a really great sign. That means you're trusting the process. You're trusting that you persisting in it is gonna get you what you want. All right, now these 2 signs were really consistent in all my manifestations, or I should say conscious manifestation, because we're always manifesting. Me persisting no matter what, because of which I never really looked for signs but only looked for my main manifestation. And yes, movement, there was always movement, and it always used to just excite me and always used to reinforce the belief that it's gonna come, so it's helpful in that way. But I was still just looking for my main manifestation because I was persisting so much, and obviously it was always from the place of knowing that it's coming, like it's coming. And obviously because I manifested so much over the years, now it's really easy for me to persist, really easy for me to just know it's going to come because I have previous experience in that. But even if you don't have it, because I also started somewhere, I also started consciously manifesting somewhere, and I still persisted in what I wanted, and I still got what I wanted. And I still back then did not look for signs because I just never really believed in them. I just believed if I'm persisting, the real thing is going to come. So yeah, I mean, do not confuse yourself even more by watching videos that says signs your manifestation is coming. They're just telling you what you want to hear. That is it. Oh, birds before land, you're gonna see some numbers, this and that, but what actually is happening, as I said, is just you are manifesting those, and it has absolutely nothing to do with your manifestation. So stop wasting your time, rather use that time to persist in your new goal, that new version of yourself. So if you have any questions regarding this, you can always ask me those in the comment section down below. If this video lagged, which I'm pretty sure it did, do not mind. I don't know what's up with my phone, but it's not important. The only thing which is important is the message in this videos. Also, if you need my personal one-on-one help, I will link my website down below. You can check out my email coaching packages, and I would love to help you out. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.